everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Aneh's Food Show. On our show today, we are talking with a technology entrepreneur who is using his skills in some very interesting ways. So we get to find out a lot from him, so please stay tuned and listen keenly. Welcome to the show, Mr. Roland.
Thank you.
How are you today?
I'm wonderful. Thanks for having me.
Great. Well, I'm excited to have you on the show because you do have a lot to enlighten us about.
I hope I will.
Yeah, and you are a technology entrepreneur. What exactly is a technology entrepreneur?
Well, I am an entrepreneur.
Yes.
As an umbrella, but I have a particular focus in technologies.
Okay.
So my expertise is actually creating businesses under technologies and developing technologies through businesses.
What kind of technology in particular? Is it there's telecom, there's, home technologies? What kind of technology?
I'm focused on sustainable technologies.
Okay.
Yes, so technologies for the bottom pyramid, developing nations as a whole.
So developing nations are bottom pyramid. Okay.
That's the definition that we've been learning.
How do you go about identifying what to improve?
Yes, my model is actually, I am trained in the U.S.
Yes.
Every engineering school in the U.S., upon graduation, the students create what they call capstone projects.
Okay.
But the problem is that when they graduate, they leave these technologies in the labs as prototypes. So I walk around these labs, I identify prototypes that I can develop.
Okay.
So I get them out of the labs, bring them here where I develop, and then I deploy them.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. So what sort of technologies have you been able to work on?
Right. For the past four to 5 years, I have a portfolio of close to 6 to 7 technologies. They include we've done the solar dehydrator, which uses solar energy to dehydrate fruits and crops and all of that.
Okay.
We've had the ameliorated cook stoves, which conserves a lot of heat and minimizes use of firewood, and minimizes also smoke.
Okay.
We've also developed the green charcoal, which is it is actually charcoal made out of grass. You take grass, which is dry, half burnt, and then you compress that to make some sort of coal, so it burns with no flames and no smoke.
So it's like a smokeless coal.
It's a smokeless coal.
Can you use it indoors?
It's perfectly for indoors usage. Okay. Correct.
Really? So who is using that now?
We're actually deploying that right now in Buda.
So there are other communities that you can try that in?
Yes, there are other communities.
Now, I also understand that you are using your technology background in the agriculture sector. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, starting first of all, people would always wonder why the agricultural sector.
Yes.
I believe that's the base. That's the platform. That is where everything starts from. And agriculture is where we belong. When I talk we, I mean Africa.
Yes.
That is the one thing that we own. So I've always believed that in terms of igniting any change, in terms of promoting any progress, in terms of developing anything that could be sustainable, we start with agriculture. Because the previous work that I have done with the other technologies, I realized that no matter what we created, my customers needed money just so they could afford these different technologies.
Okay.
And a majority of them were all farmers or worked or employed under the agricultural sector.
Definitely.
So my goal was seeing how we could actually develop this sector and seeing how we could make it more productive and more profitable.
Okay.
So that is how I came out with the most recent technology I'm working on, which is the affordable greenhouse technology.
Okay. Now, to most of us in Cameroon, greenhouse technology is something sort of far-fetched or something that sounds so Western. How does that fit into our community?
In Cameroon, we are blessed with everything.
Yes.
I mean, we have an excess of it all. So I thought this could be something that would add value to what we actually do have. So it is true. The greenhouse technology is a concept of the Western world, as they say. But I just believe that if we can customize it for the local environment, for the local customers, then I think we are well ahead of making something that will be sustainable for the long run.
Okay, that's excellent. Now, thinking about this, somebody might say that, well, we have land, available. We're not in a desert. We have water. We've been blessed and all of that. Why do we have to look at a special type of house to grow our products? And what advantage is that greenhouse over conventional growing?
This is it. Over 75% of Africans as a whole depend directly or indirectly on agriculture. It brings sustainability. Okay. It is the key to it all.
How so?
Greenhouse technology is the only thing that satisfies the three areas of sustainability, which is the planet, the people, and the profits.
Okay.
Because with the greenhouse, what can you do? You can grow year round.
Okay.
So meaning that I can harvest 3 to 4 times a year, but if you are growing outside, you would harvest just once or twice.
Okay.
The second aspect is the fact that my crops, they are shielded in a blanket. So they don't have any effects from the rain, from thunder, from any insects, from animals, from all of that.
Okay.
So I can grow organic.
Yeah.
You outside cannot grow organic.
Okay.
That's the second part.
Okay.
Third part is the fact that you have to spend a lot of time trying to water your crops, trying to weed your crops, trying to spray your crops, trying to protect them,
a lot of work.
Trying to hang caricatures around your farm just so you can scare things up, right?
Yes.
I don't need that. All my crops are protected.
Yes.
The other aspect is what? When, for example, tomato plants, when you see a tomato growing, every flower that it forms is a potential fruit.
Yes.
So, outside, what happens? When you have these flowers that are outside, they have been affected by the rain because some fall off, the winds, the thunder, the animals, all of that. In a greenhouse, there is none of that. So I get at least 100% of the flowers that flower to form fruits.
Right. So your yield is higher.
It's a lot higher.
The quality is better. And now for post-harvest quality, therefore your fruit can last longer,
I will tell you something you probably would not believe it.
Okay.
I have had tomatoes that have lasted me 35 days after harvest.
35 days.
I swear on my mom.
35 days. We don't want to go that far. But I can possibly believe it. 35 days, no rotting or anything.
No rotting, nothing.
And how do you conserve them? I just
leave them on the floor. Just keep them airy somewhere.
Okay. Wow, so really for a farmer, this is good because you don't have to worry about waste so much, which is one of the problems that we have in Africa.
We lose between 45 to 55% of our harvest in post-harvest losses. So this is a major solution to that particular problem.
Okay. So what specific crop do well in a greenhouse?
Well, you would always say tropical crops, so crops that are used to hot weather. If you ask me what have we tried, we have tried over 22 different types of crops at the moment. We've done corn, we've done beans, our regular beans, green beans, peppers, regular peppers, green peppers. We've done carrots, we've done cucumbers, we've done tomatoes, we've done cabbages, parsley, the list.
Herbs.
Yes, we've done all beetroots, Swiss chard, we're doing flowers.
Some people say that fruit grown in a greenhouse tastes different from fruit grown conventionally. What can you say to that?
Well, I wouldn't want to be biased about my own product. You have samples right in front of you.
Excellent.
I urge you to try and you can talk to the audience.
So these are from your greenhouse?
From my greenhouse.
They look really good. How long have you, when did you harvest these?
They've been standing like this for 17 days now. 17
days?
Correct.
Amazing. Okay. So I can actually taste it.
You can have that. If I can have one with you too. What can you say?
Excellent. Very fresh. It still has a burst of, like you just harvested it. Really good tomatoes.
That is right.
Well, that's if you love raw tomatoes. Not everybody likes raw tomatoes, but if you love raw tomatoes, it really has a good burst of flavor.
It has very little water content. It tastes very different.
Very solid. And where do you intend to sell these?
Worldwide.
Okay.
Everybody feeds on tomatoes.
So it can be exported?
Correctly.
Now, locally, where do you intend? We can find it on local market?
We haven't started putting them on the market yet.
Okay.
But yes, they will soon be available for wholesale and retail in a number of areas.
Okay. So if I really wanted a kilo of these, how can we get it?
For now, unfortunately, I'm the only one you'll be able to talk to for now. But within a month, we should have locations where you'll be finding them. But we have an office at T Junction, the St. Bernard building. It's called the Monastery Building.
Monastery Building.
Yes, I'm on the second floor of that building. So for any questions relating to that, you can always find me there.
These are great tomatoes. Do you have a website?
We do have a website. It's greenhouse, www.greenhouseventures.org.
Okay. Wow. Make sure you get to greenhouseventures.org, where you can get more information about greenhouses, how you can have a greenhouse in your backyard, and how you can also experience these wonderful tomatoes. They actually do taste lovely. When we come back, we'll be in the kitchen where we'll actually use some green tomatoes to make some of these tomatoes, to make some very healthy, we'll make a very healthy dish. So stay tuned. Don't move, else you'll miss the flavor of the tomatoes in our dish.